Morning, my loves. How are we? Did we have a lovely weekend? And all the fathers out there, did you have a lovely Father's Day? Nice. Let's get rid of this. Hold on. Let's do that. Oh, no. Hang on. Do that. Yes, back in. Guten Mittag, Elk. Frankie, don't know what that means. I'm sure it says good morning all. Tell me if I said that correctly. Morning, Frankie and Sabine. Michelle, my love. Hair appointment booked in. I am so jealous. Look at that. Isn't it a beauty? Look, I've swept the sides back today. Give me a bit of a thing. Might get a little clip. Look at Alice Band. Alice Band. That's the thing for me. AJ BB, morning, my loves. Sharon B, Victoria. Lynn on the way to work. Oh, we miss you, Lynn. Lee out in Arizona, how are you, my love? Is it the middle of the night for you? Are you up? Are you asleep? You're probably asleep, if you've got any sense. Elizabeth, hello, my love. Anna, morning, my love. Tracy, Lara, guten Tag. Pascal, bonjour. Lorraine, how are you? Cynthia, my love. Ian, morning, my love. Deborah, Julie, Safrone, and Deborah again, and Dorothy. How are we all? Are we all well? I hope so. Amy's going to be at work, so Amy, if you see this later, much love. Katie, my darling. Debs. Samina, hello kiddo, how are you? Sharon, double R, hello my love. Maddie Brinkley, hello my darling. We're going to organise that thing, don't worry. Yes, on the trampoline. It took more effort getting in the thing. Yes, much love. How are we? We're doing Foxtrot today. Favourite dance, of course. And we're going to do a little step, one of my favourites, actually. I seem to say that a lot with these steps. This is a personal favourite. It's a hover cross. Now, we've done the hover cross, but we just did the basic checking hover cross, coming back the way you went in. This is going to be what I call, or what is called, the continuous hover cross. So it just continues going around and comes out in the same direction, but backwards for the man. So it starts off as normal with the lady going backwards on a left foot into a heel turn. So let's do the lady steps first, because they're always the more difficult ones. So we go backwards with the lady's left foot, we go back, and then we do a lovely heel turn, and then we step on and move there. We don't step backwards, we can step forwards and to the side. So we do that. So those three steps are the same as the normal hover cross that we did before. If this is your first time, welcome. Lovely to see you. Enjoy the live chat. Join in with live chat because everyone's lovely. You'll have a lovely time. And the hover cross, we've done it in another video. Maybe have a look at that if you want to just pick up on it. But we're going to go over the first piece anyway. So ladies, you're going to go back on your left foot here. You're going to do a heel turn, which means you're going to close your right foot to your left foot, but as you've turned, like that. Not at the beginning, you close them at the end. And then you continue to turn. As you rise, you step forwards, but you step forward and to the side. There. On balance, like that. Oh, nice balance. So we're in that position there. Here for the girls. Now, from there, girls, you'll do the first one here. You'll check as though normal, coming outside, but rather than go back on it, you're going to step to the side. You see that? And then you're going to step forward here. And then you're going to step forward here, and you're going to step forward here. Outside partner, which we'll discuss a bit more in a moment. So the first three steps remain the same. You get to this position here. You go backwards here in the checking part. So the first four steps remain the same in actual fact. And then you step to the side. At this point here, the man, my balance is shocking today. The men have got their feet closed in front of you. So you're going to basically go round the man here, and now you step forward with your right foot, outside partner. The men are now here. And then you continue walking forwards here, and you walk forwards here, you walk forwards here, you step to the side, and we come out in a feather finish, backwards. So you go around the man, like this. So, boys, let me show you your steps. You start off with your right foot, you go forward, you step to the side with your left foot, and continue to turn, step to the side with your right foot. And now I'm going to shuffle across here. You're going to step across yourself with your left foot, but this side of the lady, not in line. What we call outside partner, but on her left side. So you're going to step across there, like this. At this point, the lady is going to step with her left foot around you, so you can go sideways around you. At this point, you close your feet. You close your right foot to your left foot. There. And then you step forward. You step backwards with your left foot as the lady steps forward with her right foot. Outside partner. I continue going backwards here. I now step to the side as the lady steps to the side here. And I come out and feather finish here. Feather finish position. Oh, he's nailed the balance now. Oh, look at that. Magnificent. Perfect. So, do you get the general idea? That's the general idea. So the whole thing is, I do it as a man, the whole thing looks like this. I go step, 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 across, close, back, back, side, forwards. So it has a lovely continuous feel about it. Whoop, and a ya, D, 3, 4. Out you go. That's the whole thing done at speed. For the ladies, you're going to do this at speed. You go back, heel, turn, side, behind, side, forward, forward, out you go. That is the continuous hovercross. I love that variation. It's a lovely little feeling thing and it feels gorgeous. I have a question, Victoria. Marvellous. How many turns are there in the Foxtrot? You like a spin and a turn, Victoria, don't you? It's very interesting. How many turns are there in the Foxtrot? Well, you might argue, some people might argue that it's all turns. You have a sort of a curvy linear motion, if you like. Because everything is based on an amount of turn. If you're talking about spins and pivots, this sort of a turn, well, that's a separate variation. That is, you can add that in where you like. The heel turn is another turning variation. So for the man, I'm going to do this here. So you can do it to the left or to the right. So it's a reverse turn or a natural turn. So if I'm turning to the right, it's a reverse. Jesus. If I turn to the right, it's a natural turn. If I turn to the left, it's a reverse turn. I've got a little bit of hair just kicking up here. Ridiculous. And the first part of the reverse turn and the natural turn are what you would use in the hover crosses, for example, to get you into them. So, although this is only the cross part here of a hover cross variation, it consists of potentially 6 steps. So you would the cross part is only a small part of it. You have to get into it and get out of it. So to get into it, you'd use the heel turn for the lady, either the natural one or well, the natural one. There's no hover cross on the reverse. And there are a sort of number of other variations that require a heel turn for the lady. But essentially, that's almost about it, really. Everything else is a sort of made up of that sort of combination. Saffron, I need to teach your dad a few things. Outside again, cutting the lawn. And when I'm on, it's so annoying. What's wrong with the old dad? He's a bit anti, the whole thing. We'll have to get him in the room. Get him dancing. Do you, Cynthia, question please, Anton. Do you use rise and fall like in the waltz? No, you don't, Cynthia. Good question. Good questions. Good questions, you lot. The waltz is what we call a peaked rise. And essentially it's because you close your feet here and you right up to your maximum rise with your knees slightly flexed. And then you lower. So you go forward, commence to rise, complete the rise, lower. Backwards, commence to rise, continue to rise all the way up, lower, and then step off. So you have that lovely peaked rise and fall. The Foxtrot, because you're passing your feet here, like this for a man, so I go from heel to a toe, and then I continue through onto another toe, the rise isn't quite so peaked, obviously, because my feet are apart. So it's a much more gradual, sort of continuous rise and fall in the waltz than the waltz in the Foxtrot, which gives it sort of smooth gliding effect. And also the lady will be rolling through her feet in this fashion that we discussed in the past, if I can never do anything on balance again. So through here and through here. So that has a continuous sort of rolling effect there for the ladies. Even when you're doing the heel turn for the girls, you go back, heel turn. As you rise here, you don't pop up, you rise to move forwards there. So you go to a toe, and even though you're on 2 toes, your feet are apart. If I close my feet, I could go a little bit higher. So that's the difference in the rise and fall between the waltz and the foxtrot. Love the foxtrot, Deborah, gorgeous. Don't bob coming out. Yes, Valerie, don't bob coming out. I have a problem when I'm dancing. I think I'm not doing the right bit, so I never know. Well, invariably with it, Saffron, is you have a general idea if you're doing the right bit or not, or the correct element, because if you were doing it wrong, you wouldn't be able to do the next bit. So if you can continue through the step, you're invariably doing the right steps. Because if you turn the wrong way or use the wrong foot, you wouldn't be able to continue. So it's sort of, dogs are going, it sort of, you know, moves on like that. So you have to have a bit of confidence in it. Yes, Valerie, don't bob. So when you come out, I guess you're talking about that. So you go back, you'll turn, pop, step. Don't do that. Do a little gradual thing where you do it there as though someone's pushed you and then you just fall onto a toe. So you move forwards onto your toe from the heels. So let's do all that again, shall we? So ladies, we're going to go a little backwards on the left foot, close your feet together, continue to turn to the side with your left foot. Now you step across behind yourself with your right foot and you continue to turn and the foot goes to the side with the left foot and you continue to turn and the foot steps forward with the right foot. I step forward with the left foot, I step to the side with the right foot and then I come out in feather finish backwards with the left foot. Oh, nailing that balance now. Oh, be a dancer suddenly. For the boys, I go forward with the right foot, I step to the side, continuing to turn. I continue to turn to the left with my right foot, and then I step across myself with the left foot. I close my right foot to my left foot and continue to turn, and I step backwards with my left foot. I step backwards with my right foot. I start to turn the other way here. I step sideways with the left foot, and I step forward and across myself with the right foot. This point in time, feather finish. I don't know why I did it like that, because it's not in inverted commas. It's actually what it's called. It's called the feather finish. Boys, rule, feather finish, always outside partner. Here, ladies are here, I'm stepping outside my partner with my right foot. So that's the general rule, that never changes. Ladies, once you've done your cross behind, you step to the side with your left foot, you step forward with your right foot here, you're outside partner now because you're going forwards. It's outside partner is always dictated by the person moving forwards. So I'm now outside partner here, and I continue along there with the left foot. I now step to the side with the right foot as the boy starts to take me into feather finish. Here, and I step backwards with my left foot into feather finish position where the boy steps outside partner with the girl. The person moving backwards just steps. All you do is you just move backwards. It's the person moving forwards that dictates where the foot goes in line or outside. Comprendez-vous? That was terrific. I love that. Almost made sense. Frankie wants to know, can you indicate where and how much sway or how much sway we have? Now, to everybody who wants to know what sway is this. This is sway. So I'm tipping the body. See how I sway to the right and I sway to the left. Now, sway is used for two reasons. One, just for artistic effect, and two, to counterbalance the movement of the step and the turn. So it's used to balance everything here. If I don't sway and I continue off, I'll fall off the edge. Imagine a motorcyclist driving down the road. He's perfectly upright. I almost did a motorbike like that. Perfectly upright. If he wants to go around a corner, he has to sway to go around the corner. So he leans. He basically leans into the corner and then he can turn around the corner. If he doesn't do that, if he just tries to stay straight and go around the corner, he'll go the other way. He'll get flung off. So you have two options really. You either go slower and then you can stay upright, or if you want to continue to go at a certain speed, you then sway. And ballroom dance is exactly the same. I'm whizzing across the floor here and I want to balance, so I sway. If I whiz across the floor and don't sway, I'll invariably go off balance. So that's the purpose of sway. And the other reason to sway is because it looks pretty. And the lady can do all sort of wonderful things where I just sway. So that's another reason to sway. Now, can I indicate how much sway to do? Those are the two reasons for sway. So you can either put in enough to remain on balance, or you can do more that you add a bit of artistic interpretation as well. It doesn't need a lot because it's a continuous movement. In actual fact, most of it's straight. Bit of sway there, straight. Straight, straight, sway slightly going backwards, right side, sway to your left here, because this allows the lady to step outside partner. If I'm a bit too flat, I might block her with my right side. So if I twist, and this is basically what happens when you twist. So as I twist here, I naturally sway slightly. If I do too much, I start to pull the girl over here. She's going to get knocked over by my thigh. So I only sway enough that I can turn. See how much? I've just added a little bit of artistic curve in there, on balance of course. Where's that gone today? And now I look magnificent, even if I say so myself, in an empty room. Story of my life. And then I continue going backwards here like this, maintaining an element of sway. You don't need too much. Sway can be a beautiful thing, it can help you, but it also can be a right pain because you keep knocking the girl off balance. And when you sway, as well, it's important that you don't pull the girl. See, my hand comes with me too much. The girl's just getting tipped off her foot. So you just release the hand and you sway, and the lady will sway. And often, sometimes, the girl's shape's the other way. Because she needs to twist as well. And as I twist this way, my head goes that way. You see that? It's getting a bit technical now. But I hope that answers your question, Frankie. I see myself in the mirror. I can't help it, Frankie. There's a mirror there. I keep looking at myself. I love the feeling of sway. It is a beautiful thing, Val, the sway. Techo plants. I just end up stepping on my boyfriend's feet no matter what. I'm no hope at all. Well, two things. Two things. Sorry about that. Two things. One, make sure you're stepping either correctly inline or outside. And two, this little bit of twist in the body is imperative if you're stepping outside partner. Because if you try and dance flat like this and try and step outside, his leg's going to be annoyed. So and he's going to kick you and you're going to kick him. It's going to be a disaster. So you have to add a little bit of sway, taco plant. So you've got to give it a bit of that. Look at that. And make sure your footwork's right as well, on your toes when you go on the quick and on a heel when you do a slow. That's all there is to it, really. My old teacher used to say the first 5 years are the hardest. After that's a piece of cake. Irene, marvellous. Can we do Foxtrot again? Lee, stupid computer issues. Lee, I'm sorry you've missed this. We'll do it again. Elaine, clip. Sway, CBMP and footwork. So much to think about. Yes, all of those things are going on really, but you don't have to break them up too much. Because a lot of it is sort of inherent in what you're about to do. So for example, so let's talk about two tracks for a second. So in Foxtrot we have this because we're outside partner. So imagine floorboards, let's say. Two floorboards, one next to each other. And when I walk here, I walk on two floorboards, just side by side, I just walk straight like this. Here, see? One leg swings past the other, and then I walk in a straight line. Now, when I'm dancing outside partner, doing a feather finish, for example, I suddenly have to go onto one floorboard. So my right leg will step onto my left leg's floorboard. So I step across myself very slightly. Now, did you see that? Now I'm on the old tightrope, but you don't have to suddenly do all this. But I'm on one floorboard here because now I'm stepping outside, but there's not enough room for 4 legs. We need just 2 legs. So I'm now outside partner. Now, when I do that here, this is called CBMP, contra body movement position, foot position. So I place the foot across the line. Now my body will already have a little bit of turn here, my left side. So as I step forward, my left side's starting to swing forwards. I continue here, shoulder lead as they call it, or side lead. And now I step with my right foot across, holding that position in the body. My right foot just steps onto one floorboard. I now have all of the above. I have an element of sway here. I have the correct footwork, 2 toes, and I also have CBMP. So it's not one of those things you have to think too much about. You do obviously have to think about it a bit. I've been doing it for about 15 minutes, so I sort of got the general idea. But it does take a bit of time. But once you get it, you'll realise that it's all sort of in order to make it work, those things sort of happen. It's a funny old thing. But it's a lovely thing. If you can get those bits in order, it's cake. Sometimes. Lee, he's still here. Go on, Lee. Lots of our choreography begins from promenade position to get into hover cross. It is easier to dance in hover cross, Lee, from promenade. Because the lady doesn't have a heel turn. So it is easier from that perspective. You're just going through in promenade. Lady doesn't have a heel turn, she just goes forward, side, back. So if I'm doing the lady steps here, she goes forward in promenade, she steps forward between your feet, and then she steps to the side and then does the cross here. And for the boys, you do it sort of an open natural turn variation. One, she steps forward between your feet, you both step to the side, and then you cross here, 3, 4, which is a perfectly lovely step. More waltzy than foxtrotty, if I'm honest with you. I'd use that in the waltz rather than the trot fox, not real foxtrot. But we've talked about this a lot, in as much as that stuff crosses over in all the dances. But for its sort of genuine step for the dance, perfectly legitimate to do a hover cross in both dances, although the hover cross has been nicked from the foxtrot and put in the waltz. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Do it in a 1, 2, 3, 1. Perfectly legitimate. The only thing is the entry from for the foxtrot would be from a heel turn, and from the waltz it would be from promenade. You can, of course, do it in the foxtrot from promenade. Perfectly okay, but it's sort of a waltz variation, really, if you do it from promenade. But it's choreography. Do what you like, do what you feel. But there you are. What can I tell you? Cool question, though. Can you do the steps to music, please? Morgan, I can. Not today. I haven't got my music thing organised. But I'll give you the timing. So I'd go slow, quick, 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 quick. So the first step is a slow. So we go slow, quick, 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 quick. So I start off with a slow, and then it's all quicks. Quicks are 1 beat. 1, 2. So slow is 2 beats. So if we do it in numbers, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow, coming out of the feather finish. That's the timing, really. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Cross the music like that. So that's how that goes there through the tune. But I'll have, Michelle, you're having a laughing fit. Will I have a go? I'll have to go soon. I will be there at 6 p.m. in my class. Thank you very much. Look at us, we're cracking on. And a Fred and Ginger after that. I'll have to look into what a Fred and Ginger is there, Frankie. I don't know what a Fred and Ginger is. Very informative, as always. Oh, thank you, Samina. Dorothy, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much, my loves. Well done, all. See you later, Maddie. See you at 6. Gorgeous abs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get your mats out. Let's have a look here. Any more questions? There's your choreography question. Right, bless you. All right, my darlings. What is rhythm for the step we've just done? Sharon, there you are. Just did that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just keep on. Lovely. AJ and BB. Gorgeous. CBM. There's your CBM question. All right, marvellous. Right, we did that. Well done, all. Thank you very much indeed. That there is the hover cross, continuous hover cross, so it goes in, doesn't check and come out, it continues round, and you come out into feather finish. Absolutely marvellous. You're all marvellous. I love you all. Thank you very much. See you at 6. Abtastic. Oh, already feels a bit sick. See you all later. Much love. Oh, one more thing before you go. This is important. I almost forgot to mention it. I was going to mention it earlier and I forgot. Wednesday has been moved to Thursday. I hope you don't mind. I apologise about that. It's only I've got something on. I didn't want to do it on Wednesday. I've got to be out the house and do some outdoor filming for someone. Irritating, but I apologise. I wanted to do it on Tuesday or Thursday, and they wanted to do it on Wednesday. Typical. So we've got to do it on Wednesday, and so in order to guarantee that we get both classes in, we're going to move them to Thursday this week. So we're going to do Monday, Thursday, Friday, if that's all right with you. Apologies, but it's only this week, and I hope that's okay with you. Thank you all very much. I'm going to put it out there on the notice boards and everything, so everybody knows anyway. But much love, just thought I'd let you know. Much love. See you later at 6 o'clock.